Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today for another video. In this one today, we are going to be talking about an anime series that I've actually never talked about before, or if I have, it was just very briefly in a different video, not specifically about this show or manga. So I figured, now's as good a time as ever, as I've been getting a couple requests actually to talk about the show, and so I'm going to put my opinion on the table out there. And the show we're going to be talking about today is, of course, as you can now see on your screen, Boruto, Naruto Next Generation. Just basically Naruto sequel Boruto. But before we jump into that, I do just have to say, look, this video is going to contain spoilers for the anime and the manga, so if you are not caught up and if you want to be not spoiled, there you go, there's your warning, get out of here now. I will try to keep it a spoiler light, if that makes sense. I'll try not to spoil as much as I can, but obviously given the topics I'm going to a little bit, so just be warned. As well as, look, 95% of the people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed to my channel. That's a really high percentage, even if I am a small channel, and I'd like to get that percentage to go down a little bit. So do me a favor, maybe you watch my videos on your recommended page, maybe this is my first video you've ever seen, maybe you watch my videos a couple times but you just haven't subscribed yet. I don't know you, I don't know what your situation is. Regardless, just scroll down, hit that red button, turn it gray, subscribe. It would really help me out and I'd really appreciate it. And lastly, this video that you are seeing in the background is just a fight from the most recent episode of the Boruto anime. If you are interested in watching it for yourself, it will be linked in the description down below if you want to go ahead and give it a watch. Now, why am I talking about Boruto today? What are my feelings on it? That kind of stuff. Well, as I said earlier, I have been getting a couple people asking me what my thoughts on Boruto are, because they happen to think right now it is pretty good. And look, I'm just gonna be very blunt. I'm gonna come out and say it now. I don't like Boruto. I don't think it's very good at all. Even during its high points, I still think it is not very good whatsoever. Not a fan of it. I don't watch the show. However, there's some takes on it that I have. So listen and hear me out on a couple of them. If you're a fan of Boruto, maybe you already clicked off. I don't know. But look, my thoughts on it are this. The manga itself is actually not awful. I think it's a lot better than the anime for sure by like 1,000 times over. But even then, I really don't think it's very good. My basic opinion on it is that it's just not necessary in any way, shape, or form. Like there is no world where I was like, you know what I need? I need a show about Naruto's son after he becomes a Hokage and stuff. Like that's what I need. I don't need that. Nobody needed this. It just isn't necessary. It tries to take on, and it has basically a lot of the problems that a ton of sequels in any media have, where it's like it's just not necessary. You try to keep all of that stuff that I liked about the original series or form of media in the first place, but the thing is, you're not adding anything new or interesting enough to keep me wanting to come back in the first place. The Boruto anime especially is a big culprit of this. I mean, look, everybody knows the meme with Naruto was that it was packed with filler, and Boruto is absolutely no different. In fact, it's a lot worse, because if you don't know, the Boruto manga only comes out, I believe, once a month, and there aren't that many chapters because it's still just not that old of a series. But the issue is the anime comes out weekly, so it's not actually following the manga 90% of the time. 90% of the time it's just filler stuff that they're making up as it goes, which runs into a lot of problems because now they're putting things in that are just basically tarnishing the original show of Naruto. As a personal proclaimed Naruto fanboy, because I am, it was the first anime I ever watched and what got me into anime. It's what has made me fall in love with anime as much as I have, was Naruto, because it was just the first show I'd ever seen and I loved it so much I wanted to watch more stuff just like it. So as a Naruto fanboy, it's even more painful and excruciatingly angry watching a lot of the things that happen in Boruto. I mean, they nerf characters who should have been stronger because they just need to for story convenience, because apparently Boruto's story comes above Naruto's at this point in time for whatever reason. Like, look, Naruto by no means was a perfect story. It had tons and tons of flaws. I'll be the first to tell you that. Even as a fanboy, I will tell you that it had a ton of issues, a ton of plot holes, and just things that didn't straight up make sense in the series, and I will openly admit that. But the issue I have with Boruto is it takes that just to the absolute next level. I mean, there's just characters who for no reason whatsoever are just like weak now, when at the end of Naruto they became strong, or maybe not like super strong or anything like that, but like they are stronger than they are in Boruto, and that it's like that just doesn't make much sense. And the argument is typically like, oh well, these are pieces peaceful times now, so nobody has to fight. They're not as strong as they used to be. And it's like, okay, maybe sure, but even then, my point still stands of at this point it just feels like they're ignoring Naruto's story for the convenience of having it work out story-wise for Boruto, which just at the end of the day, I'll be straight up, I don't think most people care about nearly as much as Naruto. I mean, the reason half the people watch Boruto is for the moments where it's Naruto and Sasuke fighting. All the highlights of the anime of Boruto are the fight with Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki. It's not Boruto's fights. You know, people aren't watching for that. They're watching for characters that they already like, doing things that they already know that they have, like, want to see more of. It's not because I want to see Boruto and Sadara go into a fight and win. I don't care about them. I just have no connection with them. Their plot points feel incredibly childish and boring and have no real depth behind them. It just feels like when a creator of a series dies or something and the studio who owns the series starts making a bunch of spin-offs and sequels that nobody asked for, and they're just not good. Like the most recent ones that come to my mind are in the world of SpongeBob. Actually, I know it's a weird comparison here, but if you aren't aware, the original creator of SpongeBob was very adamant that he never ever wanted a spin-off of the show. He thought that it was stupid, and that if you were going to create any content for SpongeBob, it should just be the SpongeBob show, and that is it. There should be no spin-offs, there should be nothing like that, because it would just dilute the original SpongeBob show. And now he has recently passed away, may he rest in peace, but now the studio, Nickelodeon, has started making a bunch of SpongeBob spin-offs, and it just, Boruto to me, while the creator of Naruto is not dead or anything, feels very similar to that. It just feels like a extremely big cash grab where the creators just wanted more content out of the Naruto universe and didn't really put that much thought behind the whole series. Like, I mean, and this is going into spoiler territory, in the manga, Kurama, the nine-tailed fox, just died. Like, straight up died. Like, what is that, man? You're telling me that's a good plot point for the show or universe of Naruto? Is that Kurama just dies because they needed to nerf Naruto for plot convenience for Boruto? Like, that's just not, that's not how you make a show. You don't just kill people off and create new forms and stuff for plot convenience for other characters. That makes no sense. It's just not good storytelling and not good story writing, in my opinion. Now, if you like Boruto, that's fine. Like, I'm not here to hate on you because you like the show. I'm just saying my personal opinions here. I just really don't like the whole premise behind it. I don't like the whole ideas behind it. I just don't like Boruto, straight up. Like I said in the beginning of the video, but I stand by it. I really just don't like the show. If you like it, good for you. I think if it was not associated with Naruto in any way, I think it would still be at best a mediocre show. And that's me being absolutely on. It's still packed to the brim with not good filler, still packed to the brim even when it is not filler, when it's the main story, like this here, like we were watching in the background. It's still not that great. Let's be real here. Like, if we're being honest, this is still not that amazing of a show, even if this wasn't associated with Naruto. It's just not that great. It's mediocre at best, even if you are taking away the fact that it's a Naruto spinoff. And then if you do take into account that it's a Naruto spinoff, it's just straight up bad. It just ignores everything that the previous show set up, nerfs characters and kills off characters for the sake of plot convenience for little to no reason, just because you want to make a different character shine more. It just feels incredibly disingenuous to everything that the original Naruto was, and that a show that I like fell in love with and that got me into anime just feels like it is almost completely ruined for the sake of having a sequel, which is why I don't ever watch or read Boruto anymore. Like I said, I have read a lot of the anime or manga, and it's for what it is, it's mediocre at best. Like I said, it's not the worst ever, but I do prefer the manga over the anime. At least the anime is just absolutely atrocious at a lot of points. But that's my opinion on Boruto. Like I said, some people were asking me about it, so I figured I'd make a whole video about it and let you guys know how I feel about it. Like I said though, if you like Boruto, that's fine. I get it. It's not my cup of tea, but that doesn't mean it's not everybody. Feel free to comment down below how you feel about the show. I'd like to hear your opinions on it, even if it's different from mine. Regardless though, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did like it, please go ahead and leave a like down below. If you are new around here, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications when I post more videos just like this. It's free and you can always unsubscribe later, and I post new videos every single day, so you're bound to find one that you enjoy at some point in time. Either way though, guys, I thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.